Is Kundalini energy sacred sexual energy? This is a very interesting topic. Before I go into that, I just want to make something very clear here. We are talking very generally in videos. YouTube is about talking about general topics. So some people might not relate specifically to the things I'm saying simply because they are a very particular case. Not everything will apply to everybody. In private sessions, I deal with so many specific cases that do go against the general rules. And we must understand that we can only discuss really general things, because if I was to discuss individual situations, I could describe for one particular thing 30 or 40 different things just for a particular sensation. And that just isn't very feasible for YouTube unless someone gives me a very specific question that I can address for a specific situation when I know the context of that person. Otherwise, we are generalizing. So, is sacred sexual energy the Kundalini energy? Now here, there are even tantric texts that will tell you the sacred sexual energy is the Kundalini energy. So generally, we could say it is. However, it's not. The reason why this is generally said is because the most potent energy to activate and awaken your Kundalini is the sacred sexual energy of Tantra. It can also be awakened by the pranic energy, hence Kundalini activation energy. In many Kundalini classes, there will be facilitators of energy that unknowingly are using the tantric energy or the pranic energy because they do not have the knowledge and the control of their energies, thus extending the generalization. However, whilst the pranic energy and the tantric energies are used to awaken the Kundalini because they are the powerful drivers to get it going, it is not the Kundalini energy. Now, yes, if you awaken your Kundalini with the tantric energy, they can always be combined so you think they are the same thing. Thus, many texts say they're the same. However, once you've actually awakened your Kundalini to a certain degree, you will find that it does in fact flow not from the reproductive organs. It does flow, as most texts say, from the root chakra in the base of the spine up the spine. Therefore, they are not the same thing. We can check this in another way, because we don't just have one channel being the Sushumna. We have the channel in the Taoist text of the microcosmic orbit. Of course, it can flow forwards and backwards. Therefore, there is a channel up the front of the body. If you look at Western esoterical texts as well, the famous middle pillar. The middle pillar runs from the perineum straight up the center of the body, not in the spine, up to the pineal as well. So there are actually 3 channels. And we can test whether the tantric energy is the Kundalini energy, because it is very, very, very clear the Kundalini energy resides in the spine. But if you take the orgasmic, the tantric energy from the reproductive organs, you can send that energy up the front channel. You can send that energy up the middle channel. You can expand that energy out and let it connect with the prana through the entire body. Thus, the tantric sexual energy is not the Kundalini energy, and that is the check, because it can be separated from the energy, that cosmic energy that resides in the spine. Very, very important. Hence, generalizations, we do have to be very specific. The other thing when it comes to this energy, we can say the Kundalini energy is a coiled energy in the base of the spine, right? A coiled energy. A coiled energy, a circular, a vortex style spinning energy. If we take away the word Kundalini and we think about the root, is there a coiled energy that we can find in the root? Well, it's called the chakra, isn't it? So, if there is this powerful connecting energy that comes from the root, and once opened and flows up the spine to the top, could there possibly be a similar energy that comes from the other chakras? Let's take this one step further. Now, we can say there are 7 chakras. However, we can also say there are 6 chakras, with the crown chakra not actually being a chakra, but rather an opening, hence the cosmic egg at the top of the head. Once broken, the energy just flows. Consciousness. Once you get to this consciousness energy, or Shiva energy, Shiva can also flow down. So we have this energy that can flow from the root up, and we have this energy from the top that can flow down. But yet we have, 5 other chakras that are coiled energies. So what happens if we do what we did to the root, concentrating the energy to awaken that? What happens if we do that to the other chakras in turn? You will not find texts or many texts talking about this. It is very advanced stuff. However, you will discover, for those, perhaps if you haven't awakened your Kundalini, you won't be able to do this. But once you've awakened your Kundalini to a certain level, you can try doing this to the other chakras. And you will find there is an energy released from each chakra that flows up and down the spine. They are more subtle. They are not as noticeable as the Kundalini energy. And perhaps this is why the texts don't talk about it, simply because a fully awakened Kundalini, this is just part of it, and it will happen by itself. However, we can take that further. We can take more control, and we can do them individually to speed up the process. Obviously, if you haven't awakened your Kundalini, go for that first. Learn to do that first. We're talking very advanced level stuff here. But if you have, then you can apply the Tantric and the Pranic energies to awaken the other coiled energies within your body, the other chakras, and just see what happens. If you like this video, subscribe, hit the notifications button. Perhaps you are an advanced person and you've already experienced this. Leave a comment down below. Perhaps it's happened to you that your heart chakra, which is one of the other stronger ones, has opened and it has made a connection through the Sushumna. Write a comment, tell us about your experiences. If not, keep practicing on your Kundalini, and I will see you in another video.